I was 16, 17, 18, what would I need and how would I respond to this? And so I don't know how, if you guys were 16, 17, and 18 and you just went through the workshop that y'all just completed, how do you think that your 16, 17, 18-year-old self would have responded?
Yeah, I mean, I think probably in a way similar to how they are. Like, some people are super interested, some people aren't. But I think the ones that are kind of realize the value in the content that we're talking about. And I think that it does a good job, the curriculum does a good job really emphasizing how this might not seem relevant now, but in the future you're really going to care about it. So I think something simple like a credit score, like I'm sure I heard of it when I was 16 or 17, 18, but I didn't know the implication of like every aspect of my life really down the road, how it would be impacted. And then, I mean, having started and run and closed a business at this point, like I would love to buy the entrepreneurial information that we cover, but I mean, I might not have done something until I did later in life like I did now, but it would still been nice to just have that kind of floating around somewhere in my head, just to, and I'll plant a seed and kind of watch it grow sooner than it did. Yeah, I mean, I was a musician when I was 16, 17, 18. I just wanted to be in a band and do that stuff, but yeah.
Okay, so as a 16 or 17-year-old or a teen myself, I would have been very excited to get that information. I actually remember talking to some of the students because this is something that we did not get in school, and it really made me consider, you know, the value of what we got and also how we would have been able to avoid a lot of the money mistakes that we've made as adults just by not knowing, by not having, you know, the education and not having the insight that we were able to provide them for free. I mean, that's a huge thing. And, you know, some of them, like he was saying, you know, were very interested, some were just there. And I think from a psychological standpoint, I think a lot of that too also starts at home and some of the things that they're dealing with there. So I always try to keep that type of stuff in mind. And some of the kids I would have like one-on-one, you know, conversations with. And if you kind of just let them know that you see something in them maybe that they don't see in themselves, just like how I know personally people have seen things in me that I didn't see in myself, it helps to elevate them and, you know, take them to the next level as a leader. I mean, there were some that were really, really bright, and I could tell that they, you know, are the future. And when you kind of identify those kids that have, you know, the it factor, you can kind of pull that out of them, and that will help them to stay on track and to really, you know, find the resources and mentors they need to, you know, really contribute to the world in the way they can.